Hey guys, welcome to Pip Profit. Uh, in today's video, I just want to deal with the Vix75. I'm sure there's been a lot of stress in the market of late because of the pandemic coronavirus. So I just want to deal with this. I think I had a little bit of trouble myself when market conditions. When you look at traditional mainstream media now, what is this thing doing? Okay. When you look at traditional mainstream media, you tend to get naive and worried. But I think I've done volatility index 75 for quite a long time, and there are principles about it that I've picked up, and today I just want to share them with you. So today, this is what you should know, or at least try to do, if you want to trade Vix 75 to survive the storm of coronavirus and its uncertainties in the market. The first thing that you need to do is to actually understand the areas of value for Vix 75. And I say this with much stress and emphasis, because I think I've been watching Anthony Crail of late, a former Goldman Sachs trader, and along his allies in the Institute of Trading. And I've been following a couple of his students as well, and they are talking about technical analysis as one of the setbacks for retail traders. I'm also a retail trader, so I've been looking into this issue of retail trading for quite some time. But then when you look at these guys are former investment banks, traders and hedge funds, so you kind of get demotivated as a retail trader, and it then seems like as a retail trader all chips are stacked against you, but that's not entirely true. Okay, then the first thing, as I mentioned earlier, the first thing that you have to make sure you have under control is identifying the areas of value, and you do that by means of first understanding where is Vix trending. What's the aggressive direction of Vix 75? And since January last year, 2019, we've had a very strong bullish move from Vix 75, and there's been a series of higher lows, signaling that we have a strong volume of bulls pushing the market up. And obviously there is a lot of fundamentals linked to that, explaining why Vix is behaving the way it is behaving. But the first thing that you need to do, most definitely, is to connect these areas of value by means of using a trend line. So I use the equidistant channel to connect these trend lines, and I have since of late tuned in to use the daily time frame for most of my technical analysis. There's a reason why I choose to do that, but I'll do that in another video. But the first thing that you need to do is to first actually identify these areas of value, and somehow these areas of value can give you a trend channel. And hence, as you can see here, I do have something that looks like a trend channel. If I can, do I have the brush tool here? No, I don't. Okay, but as you can see, I do have a trend channel. And then the second thing that you have to do is, okay, that is just a macro analysis, a distant view, just to get a gist of the direction and the areas of value, or identifying the areas of supply and demand within Vix75. But obviously you have to do a lot of research in terms of figuring out the fundamentals, the numbers, and some situations like coronavirus and how they have an impact on the market, especially the S&P 500. And then that is when you will then be able to make decisions, especially for instance if you are trying to connect your fundamental analysis with your technical analysis amidst uncertainties in the market, just like it has recently happened in this past week. Now if you zoom in the chart, there are a lot of things that you can notice, and something that is quite clear is that the market was forming actually a symmetrical triangle. And by the rules of a symmetrical triangle, you have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches within the symmetrical triangle that are identified as A, B, C, D, and E. And after that, the market will decide the breakout. But it did not happen as per the rules of a symmetrical triangle. So what happened is that when the market dropped, or when the market flanked, or when the market descended, Vix75 didn't break above immediately. So there was a shorting of prices within Vix75 outside of the symmetrical triangle, down below to this area here, the first line, or the first trend line of the trend channel, and that is where potentially the market found its support. So you have 3 consecutive higher low points that identify as areas of value for buyers to come in and push the prices up. But obviously there is always some type of formation that will show up within this area. And so in this case, the formation was a W formation. As I've zoomed in, I hope you can see, there was a W formation which took about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a week to complete. And now the prices are surging up. For you to take a trade, you have to identify these areas of value by means of using a trend line, first of all, and second of all, your entry position should be along these areas of value here, or just like right now in the daily time frame, what is happening is that the market has just broke above the resistance line within the symmetrical triangle, which was locking prices in between the area within the symmetrical triangle. So you may identify it as a trend line that connects lower highs. So now the prices just broke above that area there, and it is safe to place a trade around the breakout, even though there's going to be a retest around that area, which might take about 6 days again. But at least you are safe because you are trading a breakout, which is one of the strategies that I use most of the time when trading volatility 75 index. So to trade Vix75 index and to survive the coronavirus pandemic and its effect on the market, you have to, I don't even think it has an effect on the market, but I still have to do a lot of research on that. It might have an impact on a lot of economies across the world, but you can't mix up markets and the economy. These are total different things. But now, just to conclude this video, all you have to do is identify these areas of value. Vix75 will 100% all the time respect these values. So if there's a breakout, expect a retest, and if there's a formation just like the symmetrical triangle that was forming here, use price action and rely most of the time on candlestick patterns and price rejection candles that will tell you that whether the price is actually going down, is going to break out of that formation, or it's actually not. So in another video I'll be dealing about the most common candlestick patterns that are information carriers, and you can actually base your decisions on them to inform you of or to help you generate a trading idea. Yes, a trading idea. You need to generate trading ideas every time when you log into your chart, every day if you are a swing trader of Vix75. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, or anyone who's just watching this video, identify these areas of value. Most often, Vix75 respects these areas of value. I recommend that you use the daily time frame. I know I'm going to take a hit from a lot of people who are short-term traders, because the volatility index 75 is most of the analysis on YouTube. People will tell you that trade it on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and the hourly chart, or perhaps the 1 minute chart. But that is not entirely true, and that is why ultimately most retail traders lose money, because when you trade those time frames, you lose a sense of the bigger picture, and you should have a sense of the bigger picture all the time if you want to be a professional trader, or at least if you want to be a retail trader, but at the same time assimilate the rules of professional investment and hedge fund traders. I hope this video helped you, and to every trader out there, keep going. The road is tough, but learn as you go. It's going to work out. Alright, cheers guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe the video, share it to your friends, and I have tons of information about this instrument. Reach out through my email, pipprofit01@gmail.com. I have the link, and I have the link to my WhatsApp group and my Facebook page, and also a link description of content that I'm trying to come up with to help beginners who are still trying to learn about Vix75. Alright, that is it from me, from Pip Profit Institute and Portfolio Management. I hope you have a great day of trading when you begin to use the information from this video. Thank you so much.